This could be Halifax or Wetherby,
Rotherham or Tarn,
so go and put kettle on
and sit Thesen Darn.
Lovely to be back once again, gentlemen. Been some interesting news stories been going around a minute.
Where's that been? What's that in?
Well, it's a funny one, and take it with a pinch of salt. So, chap took his elderly friend, associate, family member. He don't specify. Into post office in wheelchair, and turns out his friend, his family member, had died. Didn't realise. Didn't know he died. Says apparently he were absolutely fine, and then he got to the post office and didn't realise he passed away.
Fucking hell! I thought it took a long time to send letters.
This was it. Well, this was in Ireland, so slightly outside the UK. If we're going to be Brexit allowance.
Debatable these days.
Yeah. So it says here, a man took his dead uncle to an Irish post office to claim his pension, insisting he did not know he died.
Oh, yeah,
no.
Yeah. Where were this? Liverpool?
No, in Ireland, as stated,
yeah. Close enough.
Distant relatives.
Yeah.
The 40-year-old said he'd lived with his uncle throughout his life and believes he may have died en route to the post office.
Throughout his life, which ended about 2 years ago, while he's been chilling in fucking Becco.
So did he have him in a wheelchair?
Well, no, apparently, reading further into it, he said he and another man had linked arms with him and dragged him to the post office, according to a witness.
Oh, right.
So is it not a red flag like when you're dragging someone, the feet aren't moving?
Well, he said this was Mr. Doyle, the chap who was deceased. Apparently was walking like normal, and then I reckon he died. This is a quote from the person, and because all of a sudden at one point he started dragging his heels.
Fucking hell. Might be because he saw the price of a first class stamp these days. They're about 85p, aren't they?
Well, I don't post letters very often, so I can't comment on that. But there's probably a reason why people don't. Especially when you can send an email for free. Well, yeah,
Is there anything in there like what the actual have they done a bit more investigation on?
Well, yes, I have. Apparently,
did he have a massive hole in his head or anything like that? That gives it away.
No. Apparently, foul play has been ruled out by the police, but apparently they were only. Straight red. And, apparently they reckon that they're still furtherly investigating whether or not he died prior to leaving the house or not. But apparently he died sometime at 11 in the morning, which was before he got to the post office.
That's pinpoint precision, that, innit? Like 11 in the morning, sometime around 11 in the morning.
Well, to be fair, I've watched my fair share of Waking the Dead and Line of Duty, and they can tell based on it's like to be like how thick the blood is and stuff like that. The blood. So basically, it's like giveaways within the human body to give away how long it's been since that person passed away.
Pop out for your pension, end up gaining blood. Shocking now.
Dry blood. But nonetheless, so apparently there's been no arrests and they're still looking into it. But
I don't understand how you're carrying someone and then you don't realise they're dead.
Do you know, the more and more you talk about this story, the more that I'm sort of like nodding my head like, sounds like Ireland. Very Irish that. It's going to be one of those stories in pub that go down in Irish folklore. Like, you hear about Peter Doyle? Peter Doyle went to the post office, died.
Pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Someone will turn it into a song, won't they?
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran will sing about it probably. But so I thought that was a weird sort of, especially the headline.
Do you know what though? This, currently that's probably what a lot of us want to do. Sort of like just drop dead sometimes. Sort of what I've been looking at is like, obviously we're going through this bit at the moment with Downing Street. They're having a party and everything every day. So I've been trying to embrace my inner Downing Street this week by, how Boris said, we didn't know we were breaking any rules. How he fucking comes across. So I've had a look. I saw a story this week in the Daily Star. Good old fashioned journalism in Daily Star. So it's about laws that everybody breaks on a daily basis, but they don't know that they break them. So like I thought, that sounds like Boris. Let's go back here. Funnily enough, it's all about alcohol, which is quite prudent given where we are. So one of the laws that I found on this article was there's a law dating back to 1839, which means it's illegal for landlords to allow drunk people on the premises.
Which
defeats the point altogether. I think I've been drunk 90% of my time in attendance somewhere where serves alcohol. Only 10% of the time that I've attended somewhere that serves alcohol, I've not been drunk. And that's in the first 10 minutes.
The point behind that is, I think they don't let drunk people in, but if you get drunk on the premises, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, but it's illegal though to be drunk on the premises.
No, did it say it's illegal to let drunk people in?
To allow drunkenness on their premises.
Oh, on their premises.
Yeah.
I think that's just because if someone gets to a certain level of...
Yeah, but what do you class as drunk?
Clayton outside Potworld.
Depends how damp your
when you
jeans
sat
are.
down talking to homeless Nats
when you're trying to...
This is a non-starter, this boy. It's not a story.
when you're trying to convince the bouncer of Potworld that has just seen you throw up in an alley just around the corner.
No.
And that's why he won't let you in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
I was thinking of something else. I once got stopped from going in. I was having a fag on the bridge at Callum Island down in Sheffield, and flicked my fag end off the bridge. Came to walk back into church, and he says, "You can't come in, pal. You've been sick." And I was completely stonewall, like, judge. Like, what are you talking about? Where have you seen me be sick? Where are you making these lies up from? And his mate just like looked me in the face and he was like, "Yeah, go on then, you're all right." It's just fucking useless bastards.
Some bouncers get this sense.
They're just weird, aren't they? Some of them.
Well, speaking just quickly, I know I'm jumping on your toes a bit here, but speaking of drunkenness and bouncers, did you see there a viral clip on the internet this week of some bouncer at McDonald's absolutely knocking a young lass spark out?
No.
They were
a fucking bouncer at McDonald's.
Yeah, have you not seen that they have them at
Belfast
High Street? No, they have them at High Street at McDonald's.
London. They have bouncers in like McDonald's regularly.
Yeah, do you know in Sheffield?
It's an upbreed for like.
Do you know one?
Sheffield,
do you know one about McGranville Road? That's got bouncers.
No.
Security.
Has it? Oh yeah, it has. Yeah, it has actually. Yeah.
Because my mate's barred from that.
I drive through over there, and there were bouncers.
How'd you get barred from McDonald's?
Throwing ketchup and around it, having ketchup fights.
Well, fair dues.
But yeah, the one on the High Street definitely has.
Stafford do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one on the High Street in Sheffield definitely has security at a certain point on a Saturday night, like a Friday, Saturday night.
That's absolutely.
Yeah, but you've got people absolutely pissed out of their mind coming in. It
I've
only takes one to have had an altercation.
Videos on Facebook, like, especially in like not against like London.
But this lass, this lass gets absolutely. She's clean gone. Oh, he's
KO'd.
Proper KO'd. Just out, like he's like, literally, he come like proper Randy Orton out of nowhere. RKO'd a straight in face.
That's fucking not right either. Is it?
No,
lass and all.
Yeah.
What
there
is
were no.
lass gonna do?
I mean, even
there
were no sort of. Well, she got to be like early 20s, late teens. Absolutely.
Doesn't matter how old she is.
Surely she's not like 11. That'd be like on another level.
Well, it would be,
I mean, I'm sure that's like an offence.
I didn't think.
11-year-old fuck off.
Well, you don't know these days, do you? You don't know. There's people roaming about that, I've had a vision where I could quite happily drop kick an 11-year-old, but I don't act on it.
But call your moral compass.
Exactly, that's my point. I don't act on it. You never know with some people.
Well, that's fucking shocking that exists.
It is, unfortunately, mate. It seems to be the way it will at the minute. It just seems to be more and more about these bouncers that seem to be getting a bit above themselves.
Yeah, loyal unto himself, maybe.
I think it's
He's having that little tiny bit of power.
Yeah, it's not just that. I think it depends on bouncers as well. Some of them, like our New Weatherspoons the other day, and bouncers. Obviously there's been a bit of trouble in Gypsy Queen.
No,
Yeah.
Well, there's trouble in making
There's
full
I
trouble
stop.
thought you were
in
going to
Bale.
talk about trouble at Spoons then. Because,
No,
like,
but this
that's
is
sort of part of
this
the
one
deal.
point. So they've obviously stepped up a bit of security because of what happened, and they were straight on it, man. They were trouble at bar. Grabbed them by the neck, straight out, chucked them out.
Really?
There's like 5 or 6 bouncers there.
It's not a bad little
And I will
boozer,
admit,
actually.
like as bouncers go, I thought, you know what?
It does come
Handled
with
that well.
territory though. Like,
I mean, yeah.
people think that new Weatherspoons that's opened up is like
classy
they
pub.
they think past the Weatherspoons and what they see is a new gastro place that's opened in S20 and you know what did I see? I saw something on Facebook, one of the reviews on one of the community forums, and like I won't even bother going to that new Weatherspoons that's just opened. Chicken came out in 5 minutes and it was rubbish, just dry chips. I was like, fuck off, mate. It's probably cost you £5.
If you're not aware of what a Weatherspoons even is, which I know nowadays people, but like,
Yeah, this is what I mean, people older than
but
us.
some people have gone out with champagne taste, lemonade pockets, and thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a slap up meal there for £8 because it's just open and that's why it's cheap. They don't see what the Weatherspoons culture is because they've never had them.
it's supposed to be
round
cheap and
here.
cheerful.
It is cheap and
You're not
cheerful.
going to expect Michelin star stuff. You expect something that's edible. Yeah, you might shit it out about 3 hours later, but yeah, it's part and parcel.
I like it, mate.
But that's why you're good though.
You
So
know,
that's
you
the
know what
purpose
you're
of
getting.
Spoons. Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're not expecting like a gourmet meal.
Yeah.
It's a
Triple chicken first.
When
Actually,
you
the Spoons,
compare it to fast food, how much fast food costs,
yeah.
it's great value. When you can get what burger, chips,
And a
drink,
pint.
onion
I
rings.
think you treat
£6.
Spoons as like 1 or 2 places. Either somewhere where you go for like, you know, lunch break and have a bit of a cheap bite to eat, or it's a piss up place. Because
Yeah.
I mean, when you can go in
There's
and
no
buy
happy
3
medium.
pints for £6,
Yeah.
you go in and get pissed.
You do not go
Yeah.
to Spoons for a meal.
No,
You know,
No.
it's not fucking.
this is what I mean.
It's not piccolo.
And it's not exactly,
If you're at somewhere and you want something to eat for lunch, that's
Yeah.
it's out. It's not.
It's not slug
it's not
and
the
lettuce,
first
is
choice,
it?
but it's like you know, when a pint's that
Definitely
cheap,
is snug and lettuce.
you're going to expect a certain clientele, aren't you? It's not
Well-
like it's going to be fucking Eamon Holmes coming in.
Exactly. I don't know how they've like dodged fines for so long because looking at some of these laws as well, like under Licensing Act 2003, it's illegal for pubs to serve beer to drunk people, and they can get like a £200 fine for that. And amount of fucking pissheads I've seen in Spoons that just, you know, they can't even walk to a bar. They're taking half at table with them to prop themselves up, and there's just so many fucking laws. Another law, right, that thousands of Brits break every day is obviously paying at drive-through with your phone.
Yeah, because it's literally it's
Oh, 'cause you're on
anything.
your
It's,
phone, you
well,
can't.
do you know, someone pointed that out to me because even if you're in the queue for the drive-through and you've even looked at your phone's not in your hand, it's illegal. Because even if you're
You're not in
parked,
control of the motor vehicle.
if you're parked and you've got your handbrake on and you're out of gear, but the keys are in the ignition, it's turned. Well, even if keys are in ignition, not even turned on, you can still get done for being on your phone whilst in the car because you have the means of being in control of the car.
I thought this was a bit of a grey area, mate, because obviously, like, using your phone while you're at public highways is one thing, you know, because that's part of the demise of the police and what they can police. You know, they can police the highways, but as a drive-through part of the highways, I don't know. I thought that was going to be like, I thought that would come under something.
A private land.
Yeah, some like private land sort of grey area.
Yeah,
where they
but
couldn't
still on a private
but
land,
they don't
you've got-
fucking
you've got
they don't implement it anyway, do they?
No, I
You
don't
know,
think
people
they
pay
don't
on their
care.
phones.
It's
People
not like-
pay with their fucking watches these
It's not
days.
like Mackies are going to come out and go, hey, stop it.
Yeah, they're not going to refuse to take
Well,
your
it's
money.
like there were a person a few years back who got not arrested, but he got a slap on the wrist and a warning because they were asleep in the car in a service station, but with the engine on heaters on. Because they were asleep with the engine running, they were technically in control of the vehicle but asleep. So it's technically illegal.
Boring.
Because
if something was to happen, like they slipped and put the foot on whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
what if like you're in an automatic that's got like a park mode and like my one at cars I drive is like an automatic. You put it in park and it's got an electric handbrake that you put on.
It only,
if you-
takes a malfunction, I suppose. That's what
Well-
they'll say. That's what they'll argue.
Like even if you like press gas or roll, it don't go nowhere. It don't do no.
No, true.
Have you, just out of curiosity, have you broken any of those laws? Obviously, drunk on premises.
100% drunk on premises.
Bought alcohol while being drunk and paid for your phone.
Yeah.
Paid
I've
for
never
your phone
actually
at
paid
drive-thru.
for my phone. for a draft from my phone.
Have you not?
I've done well.
I always do it.
Well, I've not
I've not paid.
I've not paid
Contactless.
with like my phone at drive-through because if I ever go like say McDonald's or whatever, I pay on the app.
Yeah.
So I've already done it before I've got there, and then I just quote the number,
I'm
or
not-
I'll get our last which is
I'm
next
not
one.
gonna lie, I'm a fat bastard. I don't really drive out anymore. Just Uber Eats.
Just
everything's-
Uber Eats,
Everything's
Deliveroo.
Uber Eats. Oh, you need some bacon for a sign? Uber.
They're all waiting. They're all in a room somewhere, like all these Uber Eats and Deliveroo people, and they're like, "I wonder who gets Carl's order first today." And they're all like in a competition, like, got it, it's me, ha ha!"
I swear down. There's like a few regulars, like there's 3 of them at least. I've got a regular, like I know the face.
They won't
You know
like
it's
Carl
bad when you
anymore
know the
after what
face.
happened last time. They won't want to get his order wrong.
And I swear down, they must, because like some days it'll go like 3 days in a row where I'll order something, and they must turn up to me and go, "You fucking fat bastard, stop fucking ordering."
Do
KFC."
you answer the phone? Do you answer the door, just open the door and just go, "Brian." And answer your food, and he just goes, "Carl," and just keeps nodding at you, like, "Yes, boy."
I feel like it's getting to that stage.
And looks down, sees dog, Alfred.
Sheep dog.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, obviously those are like some weird laws that we sort of break every day. I think we talked about this very, very minutely last week.
Yeah.
But, so I looked at other stuff from around the world, and obviously the world's a pretty fucking big place. So there's some corkers in here, really. So like in Singapore, did you know it's illegal to chew chewing gum in Singapore?
Right.
Like anywhere.
You can't chew chewing gum in Singapore.
I'm guessing you can in your own home.
Nope. Can't chew it. Can't buy it. Nowhere. Why do you think that is?
Is it some? Do we how it's made? One ingredients?
Nope.
No. Okay.
In 1992, right, the Singapore government spent about $150,000 from their housing and development fund to just clean all the fucking chewing gum up off the streets. And rather than like put bins out, they just fucking outlawed it. Just like, no more.
Find somewhere else to throw floor.
You can fucking eat whatever else you want, but not that. That's not allowed.
Too far.
Yeah. Another one is in Poland, right? You'll not fucking believe this one. In Poland, do you know Winnie the Pooh? Not allowed. Not allowed in
Is it
Poland.
because he's called Pooh?
No. So
He's got no pants
he's
on.
got no pants on.
no.
He's got no pants on.
Does that mean
Not
that
only
Donald
has he
Duck
got
and all?
no pants on, but he's also got no genitalia. But it's a bit too risque for the Poles.
I mean,
bear.
so if he weren't wearing a t-shirt and he weren't,
If he had pants on, it'll be fine.
Wait,
no,
wait,
but it say he was just a bear
No, it's
who
humanised.
couldn't speak.
Oh, right.
Because he's been.
Because he's got a voice, right, and he's got no pants on, people just think he's walking around with fucking kegs
So
now.
did you happen to see if Donald Duck was?
I
part of
didn't.
this?
I
Well,
just saw
I'd
Winnie
like
the
Because
Pooh.
he's also wet
Yeah.
trouserless.
There's a lot.
But the thing
there's
is
a lot of
about
cartoons
the
that
thing
haven't
is
got
about that
trousers
with the Winnie the Pooh. Does that mean that like in Poland, bears do something for him
Yeah,
to ban it?
you're asking an important cultural question there that I
I'm
cannot
curious
cover
about
today.
I think we should get someone
you know,
from Poland
but-
in on podcast.
Yeah, I'll bring some up
Yeah.
next week and just be like, how do you feel about Winnie the Pooh?
How do
Do
you
a
feel
bit of a
about bears in
Rorschach
general?
test. Just put a little bit of string around the cocks and just see if it moves a little bit, like what they do with pedos in fucking USA. So yeah, Singapore, no gum, Poland, no poo, and then in Russia, I was surprised by this one. In Russia, it's illegal to wear lacy underpants, but then I'm sort of not surprised because that's why they're all like sort of in my area wanting to talk to me because they've come over here and bought some, and they all live around me apparently. Didn't know that. And just to round that one off, so this is another one from the UK. Bit an ambiguous law. So under the Salmon Act in 1986, it's illegal to handle salmon suspiciously.
I'd like to know how that's done.
So,
Yeah.
so Parliament in 1986 deemed it illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances across the UK. This also applies to trout, smelt, freshwater fish, lampreys and eels. But funnily enough, the Act itself doesn't specify what's it considered suspicious.
So I reckon it's like just walking around a pub with or something like that.
I don't know, like...
What are you doing with that salmon, John?
Whether you're interfering with the fish.
A quick finger up the gill.
Giving it a bird's eye.
Sticking a stinky finger up his gill or something.
Exactly. But, yeah. It's a fucked up world. Fucked up world out there.
Although I could get on board with the no gum rule. I could easily get on board with that. Because there's one thing I fucking hate, and you know, like when you sat down at a table or something, there's
slap a
chuddy underneath.
Fucking chuddy underneath it.
Yeah, but that's
right. Does my head in.
That's not because of chewing gum, is it? That's because of fucking tramps.
Yeah, but they don't have that problem because there is no chewing gum.
Do you know when you get rid of chewing gum? I roll it up in a receipt or something, and then just put it in bin.
Yeah.
But if you flip your argument, then Carl, that's like saying I hate people don't clean up after the dogs. That means we get rid of dogs.
No, because it's not. Because like
it's the same
dog
problem.
Dog poo disappears. We've had this.
Not when I stand in it.
I don't know. We have a lot of discussions about poo.
Yeah, it seems to come up a lot. Yeah, but what I'm
the
saying,
the problem is the same.
It, but it does disappear. It's like one of the things that like vanishes over time. Gum stays.
Alright, then what about general littering? When you see cans and McDonald's wrappers all up roads and inside of roads. That's the same. It's the same thing. Getting rid of McDonald's
bouncers to fucking clean up all that shit that gets left behind. The amount of times I've been like a fucking retail park and I've got a fucking bag of fucking fillet of fish boxes underneath my fucking car that's blown under there. That's what they should be tackling.
I don't see them as much in the car parks and stuff themselves, but definitely like on roads, like no country lane roads.
Oh yeah, just
where people have literally been eating them on like a way home and just.
That's right bad, that innit, Carl?
Yeah, that's bad, that Clayton. I don't know who would do that. I don't know who would do that.
I don't.
Maybe after a spoon strip, maybe.
No. Yeah. So.
Well,
you found out anyway, by the way, Carl.
I found fuck all.
What's that been? What's the sin? Where's that been?
What's that sin? Where's that been? I've been doing podcasts because that's all my life is.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't. Yeah.
Miller's been somewhere this week, hasn't he, Miller? Where's that been?
Where have I been?
Oh, on Google Maps?
Here, there, everywhere. But on a regular trip to the coast, come across a couple of fairly rude named places.
All right. Which coast are we talking about?
The East Coast.
East
the
Coast.
Lincolnshire.
East Coast, West Coast.
Aye. West Coast, not so much.
No. Wales, isn't it?
I don't mind. Bit of North Wales. Don't mind bit of North Wales. Went Landudno last year. Go a bit more further south.
Wants to go there.
Go a bit further south than that. Landudno. That was lovely. Went there last year. That was lovely Landudno. But rude name places. So
East Coast, so Lincolnshire way.
Yeah. So and it just made me think what other rude name places in the UK, because I know it's infamous for it. I know there's even an advert before a certain number of programmes on a digital channel that comes out with sometimes. If you watch anything on Dave,
I don't fucking hell. I don't watch Dave. I watched Dave since 2008.
Yeah, but sometimes they have good comedy stuff on it. It's there. I used to watch. To be fair, I used to watch Taskmaster on it.
That's Miller blended into dad mode.
Well, no, I used to watch
Dave on.
Have you ever watched Taskmaster?
With Greg Dave.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Well, it moved on to Channel 4, but it used to be on Dave.
Right.
That's literally the only thing I watched on there.
Yeah.
And they used to have like a place like Windy Bottom and stuff like that, and there were genuine places in UK. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a test for you both.
Wow.
So I found some that are genuinely places in the UK, and there's some that I've made up.
Oh, I like this.
So first of all, a place called Bitchfield.
Bitchfield.
See, I could see that being right because a bitch is a dog.
Sounds Midlandsy.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's just another word for a dog."
Bitchfield. How's it spelled?
Exactly how you would expect it as one word.
All right.
I'm gonna say real.
I'm gonna say. I'll say no.
It is a real place in Lancashire.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Bitchfield.
Because they'll justify it by saying, "Oh, it's another
these
word for a dog."
these are like these are places under like road names and stuff like that. So you do get like road names.
That's a good point. They could pronounce it differently.
Because I left it out because it's a place near us.
Yeah.
And they were Stocksbridge because it got cock in the middle of it.
That's like saying Scunthorpe because it's got cunt in it.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't use that. So another one I came across was arse end.
Arse end.
Arse end.
How do you spell it?
Spaced arse and then space end. So it's two words.
No, that's got
arse as you would.
Be false. That can't be real.
Arse end. Up in Scotland, I bet that's where it exists.
It can't be.
Arse end.
I'm saying no.
You're saying no, what are you saying, Colette?
I'm gonna say ah.
I made it up.
Yeah, there can't be a place called Arse end.
How the fuck do you know all these guys?
It's just being offensive for the sake of being offensive, isn't it? That's what it is.
Right, now this one is one of the many good ones. Fanny Barks.
That's one way to say it. Call it a growler.
Oh, yes.
Fanny Barks.
You see, I'm going to take an informed stab on this because close by us, in a place called Kilmarsh, there's an actual place called Fanny Avenue.
Fanny Avenue.
Fanny Avenue. So, based on that fact that exists,
do you know on?
I'm going to say, yeah.
Do you know on when it's raining on Fanny Avenue, is it slightly a little bit more wet than normal? Like all the other roads around them are still wet, but Fanny Avenue is really wet.
There's a really musky smell as well.
Taking a stroll down the
Smells like people holding trout suspiciously.
Unremarkably, it's a lot of women that live on that road.
Unremarkably.
So, Carl, you think it's real?
I'm basing it off that. Yeah.
Nah. I would like to think that I'd have heard of this shit, but I'm going to say no. Just because
It's a real place in Durham.
I'm great at this game. I love this game. I'm great.
Your deduction skills are
The next one
class.
I've got for you is fingering hoe.
Oh, that's real. That's got to be real.
How do you spell the hoe bit?
It's spelled Hoe, and it's
That's
one
got to
word.
be real. That's got to be real.
It's fingering hole. So it's
Fingering
not
hoe.
fingering hole, it's fingering hole.
Fingering her.
Fingering hoe, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
Fingering
say
hoe.
real.
Yeah.
Because they could pronounce it fringering.
Is that in fucking Yorkshire, fingering her?
It's in Essex.
Oh.
It's real.
It's a real place.
Look at that. Work together on that one.
Titmouth.
Titmouth. Yeah, that's real. Titmouth. I'm sure I've heard of Titmouth.
Yeah, I'm going to say real.
South Coast.
It sounds real.
Sounds real.
I'd believe it.
I made it up.
You made it up!
Made it
Fucking hell. I had a
I was ready for a trip to Titmouth, mate.
I'll be honest with you, I thought
I had a
I'd heard of
classic-
it before. I made sure I searched it before.
You'd heard it before.
I thought I'd heard something similar
I
before.
could've-
But there's a lot of
definitely.
myths around, so it's easy to fall into that one.
I feel like I've got a case of fucking Mandela effect then. I'm sure I'd heard of Titmouth.
Next one I've got is butthole bottom.
Butthole bottom.
Butthole bottom. And is it spelled B-U-T-T?
B-U-T-T.
Butthole.
Butthole bottom.
Butthole bottom.
Butthole bottom.
Butthole bottom.
Butthole. You see, if you say it quick,
I can fucking see it, you know. I can see it.
But you can see a butthole bottom.
I can see a butthole
I'm going to
bottom.
say it's real.
You're bending up.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's real.
I've got you again, boys.
Oh, Miller! Fucking hell, they should have put you in charge. You know, like when they were divvying up the country, like, what are we going to call this? Like, you should have worked for the land registry, you.
I'm not going to
What a
lie,
waste
though.
of
You know, if, like,
talent.
there were a place called Butthole Bottom. I'd genuinely, like, and it were a nice house, and I'd genuinely move in just so I could say, I live on Butthole Bottom.
Imagine being on phone to like your broadband service provider and like, can I just take your address? So your new customer, what's your address? Oh, I live on Fanny Avenue, Butthole Bottom in fucking Titmouth. What's your postcode?
It's number 88, so it looks like two boobs.
AS69.
UTB.
Oh, yeah, so it's 69 at AS69.
I've got two more for you.
Go on.
I didn't do like a specific amount of real or not real, so there's no like pattern to it or anything like that. So, the next one I've got is Brown Willie.
Brown Willie.
That's got to be fake. What kind of road names is it? Willie?
Not necessarily a road name, just a place in general.
Got to be a
Oh,
place,
place
hasn't
in general.
Yeah, it's just places in the UK, street names, and sort of like places.
Nah.
it?
Straight
See,
up.
I feel like all of them have been trapped so far, and I've got one right.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Brown
I'll tell
Willie,
you both
I'm
of
gonna
them.
say,
There's two left. So you've got one's right and one's wrong. I'll left you
right.
one of each left. You've got Brown Willie and Bulgetown.
Bulgetown.
I'm gonna have to say Bulgetown's real.
I'd say Brown Willie me.
I'd say Brown Willie's false.
Brown Willie.
Yeah.
It's down in Cornwall.
Down in Cornwall! Fucking
Why do you live in there?
Brown Willie. Down in Cornwall. We all talk like that.
There's just sheep everywhere.
Sheep everywhere, once upon a time.
Who comes up with these, like, who sits there, like, you know what I'm going to name my town? Brown Willie.
There's a place in Chesterfield, just off, where is it? Near Royal Hospital, near Chesterfield Royal Hospital. Mm. It's actually a village and it's called Cock Alley.
Yeah,
Cock Alley.
Did I not say that one? I thought I had
I don't think you said that one now.
Yeah, in Kalo, I had that.
Yeah,
I thought I'd
Cock
said that
Alley.
one. I had that on my list. I forgot that.
Because is that a place where there's a road called Cock Hill?
No.
There is. Oh, where's that? I think it's on the way to Bakewell. That.
Oh, is it?
But you go through over a road, and I remember looking at it on my sat nav on my car, and I was like, I swear down, that's a Cock Hill. And I'm like, you know when you take a second glance at it, you're like, surely
Do you know
not.
when the sat nav lady comes on, she's like, turn right on the A650444. You know, what does it sound like?
Continue up
on
Cock Hill. Continue along Cock Hill.
Fucking hell. There's a lot of way to Chesterfield. There's Cock Alley. So from here to Chesterfield, there's Cock Alley. If you go Kalo way, if you go from here to Whittington, there's a little road off there called Slag Lane.
Yeah, I know Slag Lane.
Yeah, Slag Lane. What a job! One of the job that I had like fucking years ago. We're doing some work down at this food place in Leicester Way, called Bumble Hole Foods. Bumble Hole.
It's some interesting places in UK. It definitely before the language got
I can understand places, but why would you call your business that? Really, you know.
Especially someone that sells food.
Every year, when somebody at HMRC gets the accounts for that year, and they've got who's got Bumble Hole Foods this year, it'll be like a raffle. You know, I've got Bumble Hole Foods. Congratulations. Laugh a minute.
You're taking medicine for that? Sounds horrible. I've had a good couple of Twitter accounts that I've come across as well this week.
Here we go.
So one of my favourites at the minute, and it's great content, and if you get a chance to have a look at it, it's called Footy Scran.
Footy Scran?
Footy Scran.
Football food?
Basically, it's football from in and around grounds across, well, basically the world. It's gone that global, this account. One of the best I came across, and it made me want to take a trip all the way to Scotland, was a doner kebab pie with chili sauce in it.
Fucking hell.
Which sounds like everything I want in a pie and more.
Well, considering the pies that we get at fucking Bramall Lane, Jesus fucking
What
Christ.
you mean burnt?
Well, you cut into them. It's like one of those.
It's
like
so
a cartoon
flaky.
where you cut into it and it's just nothingness.
Yeah, there's a big emptiness in there.
Yeah, there is. It's like my wallet.
But one I came across recently, it's at Avro FC, down in the old non-leagues, and salt and pepper chips with steak, and it's nice bit of steak and all, pictures and everything, it's great.
Like your price for this?
Salt and pepper chips, like Chinese salt and pepper chips.
£5 salt and pepper chips with fillets. Looks like
this is inside a ground?
It's, I'm just having a look now at the account that's been taken. No, it's a place just outside called Macy's.
All right.
They do food.
But
But it's honestly, it just makes me so hungry every day just seeing that on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, I should ditch my season ticket at Sheffield United and just go travelling to away grounds. I've got this fantastic footy scran. But there's even like stuff abroad, and the one I came across, let me see if I can find it now quickly. But the one I came across, and it was like for the prices that you get in Germany and places like that.
I bet in Italy you get stuff like fucking chicken salted vodka and stuff like that. They've never heard of fucking sausage roll with a Stampy club on it.
To be fair, there's one that Hull City do, and apparently it's raved about, and it's pulled pork loaded chips.
Fucking hell.
For £4.50.
You see,
honestly, it looks phenomenal.
My worry is about stuff like that, like a steak and like pulled pork from a stadium. It's like you got to question how Edible, that is.
I mean,
Weatherspoons is a push, and if I were getting pulled pork from United Stadium, I'd be like, oof, expect to be sat on toilet for a week.
Pulling it out your arse.
That's what I mean, you know.
It's a tough one though, isn't it? Because like the one here, I'm trying to see where this one's from. So in Sunderland, they do it. This is a questionable one, and I want your opinion on this one. Pulled beef, chips, and gravy.
See, I tell you what, they know how to fucking eat though in North East. Like that chicken parmo came from North East, didn't it? That's where it got. That's where it got invented.
Yep.
And
you can tell. You have to. It's like law to say it in a Geordie accent. You can't say parmo in any accent other than a Geordie accent. It's illegal.
Chicken parmo.
Chicken parmo.
Chicken parmo.
Are we?
The lads.
But I also came across another good one, but this is in Holland. It's a gammon sandwich with what's called original sauce, and it looks like it's huge for £4.20.
I mean,
when you said gammon sandwich, I thought you were describing cabinet.
When you said original sauce, I thought you meant something else.
Wow. Depends who's on
original sauce.
Depends who's serving. It depends who's serving.
It's Kevin's secret.
But yeah, that sort of like makes my mouth salivate every day. Coming across it on Twitter. But then another one I came across, and I think Clayton has also come across this one, is an account called Fessol.
Ah, yeah. Seen Fessol.
So basically, it's a confession place for people who probably are admitting to being an arsehole at some point. So this one's a good one that I thought was fantastic, and I'd love to know if they ever found out it happened. So this is when my little brother was 5. I forged a letter from Woolworths telling him he won a Scooby-Doo video. My mum believed it, and even took him to collect it. The best thing is, he returned home with the video. No one ever spoke to him about it. No, nothing ever got said about it. I'm so confused. So they've come with this voucher. I'm gonna say, there's no one who no more. He's like, looks legit.
Scooby-Doo videos for fucking years.
Looks legit. What's going on there? But the best one I came across where someone found a Wi-Fi connected printer come up on the like nearby connectable devices, not knowing what it was for. Sat in his office, just came up, so he went, right, I'm going to test this out where it is. I'm going to send pictures of penises to this printer.
Standard.
So for
that's going full in.
There's no testing. There's no testing water. It's not let's start out with like little messages. It's penis. So and this were going on for a good year or so. And then they found out that it was for the funeral parlour next door.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
You know what's more hilarious is that the funeral parlour just like collecting penises for years.
Yeah, it's like literally someone goes to do their recycling and sees all this in paper fucking... Joan, what's going on here, love?
You know, like one of them people that rummage through your paper bins that wanting to commit fraud, and all they're doing is just rumming through fucking reams and reams of fucking A4 with dicks on them. Like, I'm going to commit fraud here.
Gaffer comes in looking to try and cut costs because paper bill's gone through fucking roof. Paper and ink has gone through roof. Why is this? Oh, Joan, what's all these cocks?
Doing it in colour and all, that's a fucking dick move, that.
It don't have the same effect if it's not in colour, if you ask me.
No, it doesn't. No. It doesn't.
Would you like if a Wi-Fi printer popped up on your laptop, would you text him? Would you go for the same approach? I
don't know, mate. I would put like little messages like what you said. You know, like I can see you.
Yeah. I'm not really dead.
Just getting paranoid, and then just like slowly build it up over time.
I know what you did last week.
I like your shirt today. That's nice. It's a nice shirt. It'd look better if it were red.
Stuff like that.
But the problem is, they didn't know who these people were.
Yeah.
So it'd be an absolute.
Well, yeah, true.
If you somehow knew what shirt they were wearing, then that would be freaky.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Another one I came across. This is the last one, and then what else if you want. So basically, bloke's admitting that he's killed his dog. He knocked his dog down, killed it. I know, horrible subject. But daren't tell his wife. So he's been putting lost dog posters up all over. No. And on Facebook, social media. And he's going to take that
you just don't
to his grave.
You just don't up to that. You don't.
Oh,
That's
disrespectful to the dog, man. All right, you know, he clearly didn't think much on it.
That's what I mean.
To do
like,
that,
like if I knocked my dog down, I'd be heartbroken.
I wouldn't be
heartbroken. But
I wouldn't have
like
the wits to say I can scheme and get out of this.
No,
fuck that.
It'd be the last thing I think I'd do.
Yeah.
I'd probably fucking run into the house like an emotional wreck.
yeah. Oh my word.
I want your opinion on this one. This is a bit of a. Do you agree with what the persons did, what their actions were? So this person was living in a student house a few years ago, and received lots of post mail from a previous occupant.
Lots of mail.
Could have been email, or could have been the gender. One day, opened it and found a bank card, a PIN number, and a checkbook.
Oh.
Withdrew £100 from his bank account and bought a Scale Electric. I mean, out of all things you can buy for a start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say a Scale Electric is not first thing you're
going to an absolute fucking melt. Is that what he's been waiting for all his life? Been waiting for just something to drop through the door to enable him to buy some fucking Hot Wheels. Like, Jesus fucking
You're basically getting a
Christ.
blank check, the first thing your mind goes to, Scale Electric.
Yeah.
Like, there's a million things I pick first. I mean, it's...
Principally...
I don't agree with it.
Principally, I've got nothing wrong with that. If somebody's going to take out a credit card or a debit card, right, and they've got the diligence to do that, but haven't got the fucking foresight to put the right address down...
Is it one of them, though, where your card's expired, you forgot about the account?
Nah, bank will pay him back. Bank will sort it.
See, I don't know. I think on a moral thing, I probably wouldn't. Because I've always thought about them situations. I've always been like, put myself in other person's shoes. And if I got a thing from like, oh, you spent £100 on a credit card, I didn't even know fuck all about. I'd be like, oh shit.
If that did happen to you, right, and you could spend it on one thing, no strings attached, no follow up thing, and you got like, I don't know, £1,000 credit limit. What are you buying? That's a good question. 10 Scale Electrics.
Some peace and quiet from family.
So you're going on a fucking all-inclusive holiday to Tattersall Country Parks?
On my fucking Todd.
It's got a titsmouth.
That is about a grand.
No, do you know what? Actually, do you know what? I think I pay for them to go, and I'd stay at house and just on my own and just.
Yeah, which age you could pay for gas and electric?
Not with fucking prices going up, I can't. Fuck that.
Go on, Carl. What's you?
I don't know what I'd buy. I'd probably be right nerdy and buy like fucking camera gear.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I won't buy it to enable me to do my job.
Yeah, but it's not a job, is it? It's an hobby.
Well, I did try and give you a little bit of respect then, but you just fucking throw it back at me. So yeah, you spend it on your cameras.
I don't know. No, genuinely, I don't know what. Off the cuff, I don't know what I spend it on. Being a geek, I'd probably buy a fucking PC or some shit.
Yeah.
So I could game.
Yeah. See, I don't know what I'd do either. A grand doesn't really get you a lot. And
see,
like Miller's, that were a clever fucking thing that you said, because that's a lifestyle change, albeit temporary. And like, there's nothing that I could do for myself that would give me a lifestyle change.
The thing is, my circumstances are completely different to yours.
Yeah.
It's likewise Carl's.
Yeah.
Carl's got no one that, apart from his mum, that, well, he ain't not dependent on, is she? But no one else really that, if you were just up sticks and toff,
Oh yeah.
you'd be like, they're literally the only person you tell.
Yeah.
See, I've got too much baggage now.
See, I'd rather have cash, me. If I'd got to spend it on something,
Put it in an interest account.
I'd rather have the
Don't
cash.
be that guy. Don't be that guy.
The cash, I could just draw down on it now and again every time I fancied to go to McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah, just have like UFC or.
Yeah, just a bit of cash, just a bit of
No,
bump.
I'm one of them guys. I've got to spend it.
Yeah, I used to be like that.
I couldn't stand doing that.
Oh, do you know what I'd do actually? I'd have like, I don't know if you could do it for like a game, but like, you know, like a really good like high quality football match, like go abroad, go somewhere really like a ground I've wanted to always go to abroad.
Yeah.
Really like literally pay for sticks out there.
Yeah.
You've got your beer money.
Yeah, lads holiday sort of thing. Yeah.
Some of the lads I work with, they went to Dortmund a couple of years ago, and I've seen videos and the atmosphere.
Yeah,
and they don't do it any justice, but It's just phenomenal. I'd love to go Dortmund.
Yeah.
I've been to Hertha Berlin's old ground because they don't go there anymore. I went to Olympic Stadium, but that were empty when I went. But it's a crazy one. I don't know if you know anything about the Olympic Stadium, but it basically was rebuilt on the old grounds. Like it was a really old one from when they hosted it in like 30s.
Right.
They hosted Olympics, and they had to remove a lot of Nazi stuff because at the time the Nazi Party were in control at the time of the Olympics.
Yeah.
So like they had this big bell that they rang and stuff like that, and they had like the embossed on everything. They had to like get rid of
swastika on everything.
Yeah, because it was at the time he was like being nominated for Time Man at Year and stuff like that. It's before he went fucking gone.
I think he was always that way inclined.
Well, alright then, before it was evident that he was that person.
Nothing happened to him.
He was very, very good. Someone might have just tipped him on edge one day. I don't know.
You know, just walked past McDonald's and saw a couple of bouncers and thought, that's it. I'm a Nazi. I'm a Nazi from now on.
I saw well, if we can't answer this anyway, we can cut it out. But saw someone make a little bit of a mock at Hitler and a joke saying apparently he just told someone that he hated juice, and someone misheard him, and before he had time to do what about it, he had to commit to lie.
Well, I'm in too deep now.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wow.
So yeah. How about that one?
I like that a lot.
I hate juice.
Fucking hell.
Easily done. Easily done. Mistakes have been made. People have been misheard before. Do you ever get front door syndrome?
What's that?
So front door syndrome is like you need toilet, but as soon as you see front door of your house, all of a sudden it's like your shit just wants to like fucking evacuate because your body knows you're like near a toilet.
I've not done that with shit, but I've done that with
Well,
wee.
just in general, like toilet. You need toilet in general.
That happens every time I come out on go home on a night out. I'm like putting key in door, and it's like fucking hell. I can't get it in.
Someone I know's
I'm
all the way around.
absolutely
You know, as
busted.
soon as we leave a place where there's a toilet, need toilet. Not necessarily a shit, but need toilet. It's like the body goes, it's fine. There's only a toilet there.
I'm terrible.
Oh no!
I'm terrible for not going to the toilet while I'm out though, because I fucking hate using public.
What, as in like number two? Or
either or. No, I mean, I'll go for a wee, no problem. It's not a problem, but like, if I can.
I thought them new toilets in that new Wetherspoons were alright.
They're actually really nice.
Yeah.
Get
Segmented, so you're not going to get other person's splash back on you.
Get a month before they're covered in blood.
And syringes.
Yeah. But no, like, in general, like, I don't know. Public bathrooms, you know.
I remember when I used to work at unnamed bookies, and worked at Manor Top, and you were cleaning drug stuff out of the toilets on a regular basis.
What's drug stuff?
Needles.
Oh right.
Not as in like the drugs.
Sorry,
not the actual.
I couldn't click it. Like, drug stuff.
So
what
like,
do you mean? I'm thinking like
syringes and like foil and stuff like that.
Foil.
As in like heroin. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, which I'd have expected to see that when I worked in town shops, like city centre shops, because well, that's where all crackheads hang out, innit? Fucking, we used to get.
It's a bit much in a betting shop though, that innit? Fucking.
It's they want somewhere out of sight to do it, don't they? That's why they do it.
Because they're not going to get disturbed in a bookie's bathroom, are they? Really?
Yeah. It's hard to narrow down who does it.
Put a bet on. Stick needle in.
No, they won't put a bet on.
Oh well, they are.
Nah.
Just go in.
Just walk in.
The amount of ones when I used to work in city centre, the amount of ones that have come in just for a coffee, they might put a 10p bet on and have a coffee, free coffee, use toilet and go. Cause they live on streets, so it was a bit of warmth,
It's cheaper
a hot
than
drink.
Greg's, isn't it?
10p is cheaper a hot drink and a shit in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, trust me.
It's tap. You know.
I have had people fall
Got all
asleep
that
on.
shit off you.
I've had people fall asleep on toilets in buckets before. Where I work.
Really? Bless them.
No, not bless them. No.
Oh, bless them.
The worst thing we had happen, and I'll swear down this now, where an old bloke came up to the counter, and he goes, "Can I have key for the toilet?" Because it were a place where you'd have to lock toilet because you can't in the clientele you got. So game key turned round. He'd already gone back to look at fucking dog papers to put a bet on. As he turned back round with his bet in his hand, he's just fucking wet. Starts coming down his trousers. He's pissed himself in the middle of the shop. And yeah, I know. Some of the shops that Tom, our friend Tom's worked in, someone's done a shit in the middle of the floor.
What, just
literally kill one out.
People are fucking vile, aren't
Yeah, I don't get people.
There's a reason why half at Bucky's are
they?
shut
I'd
now.
ban that, me. Not chewing gum, Carl. Like you said earlier. Like,
What, you
I
ban
mean,
people
I'd
shitting
ban
in
people
public?
shitting in
People.
public. You do what, you ban people in general.
lock us all down.
I'm not a fan of
We
people
did that for
myself.
a year. It weren't very good, Clayton.
Do you know what? I thought you were fantastic going for a walk and no fuckers being around.
I loved it.
I said that.
You two weren't locked down on your own. There's only so many wanks a man can have.
Well, it was nice because the weather was good, and then the second one came around. I was like, "Fucking hell!"
I think I'd rather have been on my own than locked in with a. Oh, how old would Rose have been when we shut down? 1.
Fair play.
I think I win that one.
It's you do. But,
you at least you had freedom.
I did, but like I
To
said,
be fair,
there's
I worked through the first lockdown. So my like
Did you?
enjoyment.
Did you? We didn't know that.
Did you, Miller?
The listeners
you
might
work?
not know. On the road.
Key worker. I think I clap for you.
No, I don't work at the hospital. No, and so like the only time I got out were like evenings, and luckily it was summer when it was going into summer, weren't it? So lighter nights.
Yeah.
Clocks had gone forward.
Yeah.
Even if they made me miss Newcastle away.
Bloody farmers.
I was absolutely fuming about that. Day before Newcastle away.
Oh yeah.
Fuming.
Yeah.
Absolutely fuming.
Yeah.
But I've also been looking at some arguments online. Some people putting their opinion up in a segment that we've very northernly titled "Who Was It Wrong?"
I didn't think you get that int. You need to get that int better.
I don't think you said it Yorkshire enough. Miller.
Let's get Yorkshire on that.
I don't think you said it.
Who was it
Yorkshire
wrong?
enough.
There we go.
Eat by gum.
That's the one.
Sound like you're from Ireland. In Barnsley.
I can't do that. My mother and father aren't brother and sister, so I've been coming across some opinions of people who want to know if they think they're in the right or if they're in the wrong. So there's a guy who's got a female co-worker always calling them out for being really skinny. Basically calling them slim.
To the female.
To the female co-worker's calling it them.
All right.
So the female calling other female co-workers skinny all the time.
Calling them slim all the time, yeah.
Right.
So they got two female
One's
people.
calling the other one slim.
One saying
Because
Right.
they're particularly slim.
right.
And the other person calling them slim is a large lady.
Oh right. So it's a double negative.
Yes. So the person calling the slim person slim
Oh.
is a larger lady.
Oh right.
So basically, it's making other jokes about them being really skinny, like go and ask Toothpick, and telling them that they need some meat on the bones and stuff like that. Basically, constantly referring to how skinny they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a hint of jealousy there, personally.
100%.
Yeah. Of course.
But they'd only worked there for 8 days.
Oh.
The slim person. Right. So they've walked straight into
Straight
a job.
into
Yeah,
it, and asked them very nicely to stop. They don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's
Fair-
each their
fair-
own. If they
fair
don't like it, they don't like it. So she asked once again. Basically said it's her mouth, and she can say what she wants.
Right.
But you can't.
So today, when she
That's
said
amazing.
morning slim, I replied morning chunky.
Mm.
She got upset and actually started crying. And everyone here at work is saying that that this person is in the wrong and they should apologise because being called fat is different to being called skinny. Because being called skinny is a compliment. I said as long as she calls me slim, I'll call her chunky. But apparently now I'm the bad person.
100%.
Who's in the?
That's
who's in the,
a classic case of
100%.
pot calling kettle black, that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a classic case. of that.
100%.
Fuck off.
That is
Fuck
a
off.
case that can give it out but can't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, speaking
I
as
knew
a
the
fat
reaction
person,
was coming as well.
Yeah.
I knew that's
because
I
I'm.
knew.
It's not even like it's
fat.
someone- It's like, do you know when you've been friends with them a long time
Mm.
and like say like For example, you called me slim because it's an opposite of what I am.
Yeah.
It's fine because if you're on a level with someone and you've been friends with a long time, you know it's not.
You know the boundaries.
You know it's
don't
not.
you?
But it's you know it's not malicious, and you know it's like me calling you short or shorter. Or something like that, you know what I mean? It's daft because it's...
Plenty of women have called me that, man.
I thought it was Stumpy. But yeah, so...
I can understand from, like, the fat person's point of view. If you're calling someone skinny, you probably don't mean it as, like, harshly. When you call them toothpick, or you need some meat on your bone...
But she's had the chance to clarify. When she said to us, stop calling it me, rather than saying, look, sorry, it's a joke. I'm saying it because I'm a big person. They're not. They're saying it's my mouth. I do what I want. So that is asking.
That's someone.
That's someone doing it maliciously.
To me, that's a fat person with a chip on the shoulder.
Because as far as we know,
I'm fat, but I don't walk around holding a grudge against skinny people.
No.
I 50% of my lifestyle is choosing to be fat.
Well, it's just like all else, really, though, isn't it? You know, that's what you choose yourself. You got to be comfortable with that, and like if
you can't
don't want to
bring other people.
If you can't give it, don't take it. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
Especially like I say, if it's
chunks?
malicious. Chunks, yeah.
Chunks. That's not even. She could have called her a lot worse.
Cry all the way to HR and said, "My mental health can't fucking do
pay
it. My mental health." Fuck off.
I mean, it's not just gone, hey up, fat cunt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's a very malicious.
I don't like if somebody I met, right, just like for the first time, come up to me and said, "You're right, you fucking oak tree," or whatever. I don't know. I can't think of anything. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's like,
Are you very wooden?
But yeah, very wooden. But if you said it, I wouldn't be bothered because, like we was talking about, there's boundaries that together as a friend. But yeah, fucking strangers, mate. Some of them are just. They've
been working at this place for 8 days.
Yeah,
it's a bit soon, isn't it? No, I can't believe that the people think that she's in the wrong there.
Yeah,
I wonder how many HR complaints she's got. That fat lass.
Well, me and Carl can definitely talk about this.
Oh, 100%. I am classed as clinically obese.
With diabetes.
and now, like, if someone just came up to me within 8 days of working there and said something about me weight, I'd be like, "Yeah, you are." I mean, I wouldn't report it, but I'd find a way of getting my own back at them. Or there'd be something I'd be scolding.
I don't say it, me. I still I know, like, obviously we're mates, and obviously I just made that diabetes comment, but I never say it, me. Dobby says it to you. Dobby, one of our mates. He'll say
it to me.
He'll say, "Oh, shut up, Carl. It's because you're fat." And like,
that's because you've got no else to pick on.
I don't like it.
You see,
it's not that it makes me uncomfortable. It's just like
it's cheap shot.
It's not right. Yeah.
But it don't bother me. It don't bother me because it's true.
Yeah, I know it don't bother you. But
don't mean it's right.
Makes me uncomfortable, and my rights matter.
As a person in this household.
Yeah.
So I think that's categorically we all agree with the.
And I don't even know how the rest of the workforce can say that she's it wrong because she's not at all.
No,
I think people just go over the top when it's someone of weight getting.
Oh yeah, because you can't. Because you know what does me about the weight thing now is weight culture is, like people. Oh, you got to be weight conscious and you can't call someone fat. You're like, I know, because I'm fat and I can talk about it. My health's not great because of it. It's not a good choice to make. It's not. You shouldn't be like promoting. Oh yeah, you should be fat. It looks good on you. You should be healthy. That's what you should be.
Yeah, because being skinny is not healthy.
No, that's what I mean. Like I am fat and I do eat shit all the time, but I also have an healthy diet. And like a weekend, I fucking go mental. That's what I do. I make up for what I don't eat a week.
That is the fucking.
Some people binge
the
drink.
synopsis of your life. That's what I mean. Carl ultimately came down to weekends in the end.
I'm having that.
Says on Ed.
Lives for the weekend.
Weekend dinner. Yeah. Some people binge drink at weekends called binge eats.
But what I mean is like you shouldn't.
Keeps Uber Eats in business.
This like, oh, you should be body positive because you're fat and you shouldn't let anyone shame you.
It's all a choice, mate. It's all a
It
choice.
is a
You know, if
choice.
somebody wants to look chiselled, then that's their choice. Go and look
That's
chiselled.
what I mean.
If somebody doesn't want to look chiselled and wants to just enjoy what they enjoy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's fine as
No
well.
one should be like going, oh, you should be fat, or you shouldn't shame me because
There,
I'm fat.
there are
or
some
stuff like
people
you
that
shouldn't
take
shame me
it a
'cause I'm
little
skinny.
bit too far
That's
either
what-
way.
yeah,
You know,
that's what I
you've
mean.
always got the extremist side of it. You know, on one end of the spectrum, you've got like people that inject steroids into their cock ends.
Yeah.
And then the other end of the spectrum,
Wake up and
where
eat cake for
it's just
breakfast.
like you get to the end of the fucking drive and it's just a bit too much, so you're just like, oh, I'm gonna have to go home,
See, I
turn
think
around, and just.
I entertain
Die.
that nice middle ground where it's like I can.
There
walk
is
to the end
definitely
and
a
drive.
happy medium between
Yeah.
centre and centre right.
Yeah.
Can't the water in the drive.
I can walk to end and drive,
and pick
go a
up-
little bit
and-
further, and I'm good.
Folks, I can let him come to the door with the food, or I can meet him at the drive. That's his decision that day.
Pay extra for him to come that bath.
When I can't get to end up path on my Uber anymore, that's when I'll get
Here's a
worried.
quid, Barry. Come on, son. Come here, pal.
I think my favourite response to this, because Reddit's obviously got that facility, is someone put, play bitch games, win bitch prizes.
Oh,
Yes.
And I think that's a phenomenal
Yeah,
way
yeah.
of summing it up.
Yeah, 100%.
I've got one more of these. I'm not going overboard, and this is quite a funny one. This one. This person's 7-year-old kid's got a new teddy and wants to name it Tig, but wanted a surname for it. To which he suggested Bitties.
Tig bitties.
Yeah. Swap the first letters round of each name.
Oh, big titties. Yeah.
Thanks for
Tig
for that.
bitties.
Which obviously the kid fully oblivious to.
Yeah.
But the wife's picked up on it straight away. But the kid now wants this name, thinks it's brilliant. So is he the arsehole for suggesting his 7-year-old kid name his new stuffed tiger Tig Bitties?
No.
can't
It's
be.
pure comedy, that.
It's
Pure
bands,
comedy.
innit? It's
Yeah,
great
yeah,
bands.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
of course
proper
it is.
class.
Yeah.
Like if he's like done that innocently, it's just that. Honestly, that's stuff that you see in fucking front page at Derbyshire Times. That you know.
No, that's his Sunday sport.
Yeah, you know, child 7 names tiger Tig Biddies, and I can get behind that.
You see,
So the mother's like against it.
She says it's inappropriate.
It's
yeah, but it don't
inappropriate.
even take bitties. Yeah,
Fuck off, love. You know,
no,
get over.
I don't see
Get
it.
a fucking grip.
The thing is, it's protected by child innocence, isn't it? Because that kid ain't got a fucking clue what that means.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it don't really sound like it.
It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter really, does it? I know like, there's a
Like-
lot of stuff that we moan about, and ultimately it doesn't matter.
No.
You know, but that really doesn't matter.
No.
If that were my kid, I'd be like, you know, fucking getting fucking video art and showing everybody, like, look at this, it's right funny. A bloke that I used to work with, well, I'd still work with him actually, so I don't want to preempt anything there. So, like, bloke who I work with, his daughter, lovely last year's, she couldn't say blackcurrant, right?
Well,
And you know
I said
what?
this on podcast.
You can't say this, but you know what's coming, don't
Yeah,
you?
straight
You know?
away.
So she couldn't say the word blackcurrant, and he sent me a video. He was like, "Elsa, what do you want to drink?" And she's there like, you know, the word that you can't say.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking hilarious. It's hilarious, but
Yeah, because there's no maliciousness to it, is there? What I mean?
But you
It's-
know,
that's
you
just
know, you know
kids
the
being innocent as
Yeah.
fuck.
You know
they're
what
the only
silly thing
people.
is
They're
about
the
that?
only people who can get away with that.
Yeah,
The
they
only
are.
Yeah, but
people.
the silly thing about that is if you would show that to someone, there'd be someone at work that'd get offended.
Oh,
by
of
it.
Oh, there'll be a Karen somewhere,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Take it to Twitter and talk to GB News about
Somebody
it.
who's got a fucking nose stud, or you know, not like that, like them people. That what are they called? Fucking Bristol 5 or whatever they are. They wouldn't like that. What are they called? Them that fucking pulled that statue into water.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know who they are.
Oh,
but-
I don't know.
but
I don't
we're
know.
not even about it.
You know, people like that just, you know, don't shave. Armpits, minge, or legs.
the way.
Just full lot. Fuck me. So, which then brings us into the usual chair, Southern Softy at week. Hey,
We need a jingle for
I'll
that.
Yeah,
make
jingle
it
for
as a
it.
jingle.
We need-
Southern Softy of the week.
That's his jingle. Sorted. Love
It's
it.
too Ariel TV Bert that.
I love that thing. I love it.
Go on, Miller, who you got this week?
So-
Do you want to go first or last, actually?
I don't mind going first.
Go
I
on
don't
then,
mind.
mate.
I've got my nomination up on the screen. So, my Southern Softy of the week is John Terry.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you've come across this, but I don't know if he's come out with some sort of business or what, but basically, it's some sort of bit like characterising footballers as monkeys.
Hey? Oh.
Ooh, this is
We've been down this road with John Terry, haven't we?
Well, this is why I brought it up, and it probably is innocent as all. And even some of the footballers that have been
It
made
doesn't
into
sound that it's innocent.
Well,
Because
apparently-
John Terry is a man who's been found guilty of being racist.
true. So the brand is called Ape Kids Club.
Right.
And the description on their Twitter handle is not very descriptive. But basically it's caricaturing any character, any person as a monkey, essentially.
Right.
Which obviously with his background
Yeah,
has caused a
he
few.
could have
he
done
could
a
have
little
chose
bit better
Yeah,
there.
he could have chose a little bit better.
You know.
But there's definitely all like there's definitely no sinister to it. I mean,
There is
Tammy Abraham has had his done and he's replied to it with no sort of malice, no offence or anything.
Yeah.
But it was more the reaction, shall we say, from the online community of people basically saying, "Stop it, John. Stop it. Do you remember what happened? Stop it."
Yeah.
But it hasn't deterred him at all.
Oh, is it not?
No,
Is he doubled down on it?
Oh, he's just carried on,
I love a
ignored.
double down.
I love a double down.
He's ignored the hate. And the worst thing about it is it definitely seems to be footballers of a certain ethnicity. So we've got Tammy Abraham.
I feel like we're walking a very
We're
fine
walking
line.
a
here.
But it's
Very
not, but
fine
we're
line.
we're not the ones doing this.
True.
No,
true,
I'm commenting
true.
on something
Yeah,
someone has
I
done.
don't want to say
We're
I have
just-
an opinion on
Just
it. That's
reporting
what-
facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A neutral party.
There's also
Belgium.
Bobby Zamora. I'm just trying to see who else there were now. Himself, which
Who, John Terry?
he's just basically
John Terry,
Yeah,
self.
yeah.
John Terry. Introducing John Terry as himself.
Yeah, so it's this definitely seems to be some, should we say, discomfort about it, the whole thing.
Right.
And I think maybe, like you said, he could have
I mean, the
maybe
name.
thought about it a bit more before
Yeah,
he
yeah,
committed
yeah.
to it. But yeah, he's my
Because no
Southern.
one tapped him on the shoulder and gone, John, you think names a little bit.
Well, I
John,
think
come on.
this is how he's tried to. This is how he's tried to. I think kind of get out of it. So basically, he's decided to make all the profits to Make-A-Wish UK Foundation that he makes on it.
I hate that cop out from celebrities when they've done something wrong and they go, oh, it's for charity.
Yeah.
I hate that so much because
Yeah.
you know they fully intended not to make it for
Mate,
charity. But then
how
they've
many
got
animals
involved.
is there in the animal kingdom, really? Come
Could have
on.
been tigers. Tigers
Come
are very.
I-
You can go straight
like,
down middle with a tiger
Look,
or a lion.
principally, like I've got little problem with. I've got no problem with this principally because fine, but in today's society, I don't know. You just got to fucking be careful, especially when you've got previous like John Terry. You know.
Yeah, he's like I say, if it had been someone just completely innocent who who got the cleanest of clean records.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
think
he's the absolute
genuine.
Roy Chubby Brown of fucking Premier League footballers.
he definitely is that. He's got more than one accusation against him, hasn't
Yeah, yeah.
he? So yeah, that
Good nomination.
That is
Miller.
a solid nomination.
Good nomination, Miller. Go on then, Carl. What you got?
My nomination this week, it were a passing article I saw that Katie Price has joined OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. I last mentioned this to me yesterday.
And like, it's not a shock because that's like, you know,
She needs some dollar, doesn't
yeah.
she?
But what were more funny about it is the reason she's joined it is to empower women.
All right, solid.
Yeah, So, let's empower women by joining OnlyFans and stripping off his kit, showing his tits and fanny and earning a bit of dollar outside.
I mean, we've all seen it anyway.
That's what I mean.
It's no new. I mean, and we saw it probably in its prime rather than
Well, yeah, it's well past its prime now. She looks like a bit of a melted welly boot these days.
She did this big old press conference for OnlyFans and she looks
done a
like
few laps on it.
Yeah.
She looks like she's more Botox than skin now.
Yeah.
She's had a bit of a life, hasn't she?
So she's joined OnlyFans.
She's joined
to empower
OnlyFans
women.
at the conference, because there were a short video on it, and I thought, you know what, Southern Softy Week, I'll get a bit of info on it. And the thing were that she's joined it because it's something she's always done as being a glamour model. That's a job title.
Yeah. Glamour being, debatable.
Yeah. And she also feels that it's a good way of empowering women and making them feel body confident with themselves. If she can do it, anyone can do it.
So if someone full of plastic can...
I mean, you don't really need Katie Price on the internet to, sort of like make that point. No. There is a lot of women on the internet.
I mean, OnlyFans is not like, it's not looking out for new members. It's not like desperate for new members, is it? It's got quite a few on.
Well, it's not just OnlyFans. It's just Twitter.
In general,
I was trying to look for my Southern Softy of the week this week.
Twitter might
as
well be.
I went on Twitter and I searched the word woke and stuff like that, and they're like this fucking old women all over this search result that come up like just woke up, look at my minge or something like that, and it's like fucking hell.
Well,
the Eye of Sauron.
The other thing that annoys me about it is she's like, oh, I'll join it to empower women. Let's face facts, she's joining it to earn some dollar. I watched a video about OnlyFans and it was this last week. She joined it. It was completely unrelated video on Facebook, but she basically joined OnlyFans as a month for an experiment, and I'm using air quotations there.
She got a free trial like Netflix.
Yeah, like that. So she started her thing up. She was charging something like £25 a month for a subscription fee.
She's got it with mobile phone.
You got deep here, Carl.
Oh well, it was an interesting video. I'm like, you know what? Because while watching this video and listening to how much money she made, all that's into me. If I were a woman, 100% my kit would be off straight away.
Yeah.
Because she's charging £25 subscription. She got 25 subscribers in her first month.
Oh man.
And then she was getting paid £200 to £400 to send an old man some videos of her feet.
Ugh.
Now, don't get me wrong, that's creepy. It's creepy. But
everyone's got the kinks, I suppose.
But fucking to take a video of your feet and earn £400. I'd fucking do that.
I'd be a foot model.
OnlyFans had all blocked. I thought they'd blocked.
They U-turned massively.
No, did they? They were gonna, and then they realised that 90% of the profits are from women showing the minge.
I think you're really undercutting 90% there. I think it's a lot more than that. I thought it was like 98.999.
It's the whole principle of the fucking platform, isn't it? It's just minge and tits.
But so Katie Price is like my,
I like that.
Don't say you're joining OnlyFans to promote women when you're
doing it because you're skin.
Skin.
It's a very good one, that Carl.
That's a good one, Carl. Yeah, very good
one. My nomination this week for my Southern Softy of the week is, I think he's actually from up north, but it still applies because you can be from anywhere to be a Southern Softy.
You're always south of somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You're always south of somewhere. Dr. Amir Khan. So have you heard of Dr. Amir Khan?
Yeah, from 24 Hours. That GP thing, yeah.
Yeah, he's on Lorraine, Good Morning Britain as GP as well.
Yeah, he's on that Eat Well thing and all.
So, do you know, obviously, this week we've had, Plan B restrictions. They've been reversed, back to Plan A, so we don't have to wear masks and stuff anymore. And you've got, obviously, the moral high ground people that are just like, I'm going to keep wearing my mask because it's good for the environment and it's good for people and it's good for you and it's good for me and I'm just good. Look at how good I am. Well, that's essentially Amir Khan in a nutshell. So he said on Twitter this week, he's tweeted, I'm on the train to London, still wearing my mask, thinking of those more vulnerable than myself, right? I've got a picture of him here. And he took a selfie, obviously, while posting this. Now, for our audio listeners, how many people are in that photo or on that train?
I would say just him that I can see.
Just him. Yeah. So he's a fucking melt. He's posted a picture of himself wearing a mask to protect others, and there's actually no fucking others around him. Interestingly enough, on the headrest of his seat there, you can just make out the words LNER First Class. First Class fucking bell end. That's what he is. So, obviously, Amir is my fucking nomination for Southern Softy of the week, but looking through the comments on this, you know, like people who just are just fans of Dr. Amir Khan. Carol Perkins at FeesBabe on Twitter. That them two just don't go together, do they? The name and the @handle just don't work.
No,
it's like,
not.
oh my word. She commented, I can't stop wearing mine, Dr. Amir. I still present myself at the front door wearing my mask for any deliveries. 2 years of wearing them is habit forming, and I'm not going to change.
How'd you form an habit of it? It's a
I
chore.
could have picked any of these people as my fucking Southern Softy of the week.
I sometimes wonder if like some of half the people on Twitter are actually real people. Like, no, sometimes in the comments you think that can't be your first thought. Is to write some on Twitter that some of the things they do.
I've heard them, mate. Honestly, I've come across them in real life. They actually these people exist. I'm telling you.
Well, they shouldn't be allowed.
Internet. These people exist. You know, do what you want. But it's not just because that's what you want to do. Is not how everybody should work. You know what I mean? I sometimes, when I go for a wee, I sit down.
What's a treat that?
Yeah. I sit down because standing up just sometimes it's exhausting.
Sometimes though, like,
and that doesn't mean everybody needs to have a
married man with children. Sometimes it's the only place you can escape for 5 minutes to have a bit of time just to not have something constantly going off in your head.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to think, right, what happened on my socials? Any news going on? You have 5 minutes. You might have finished weeing 6 hours ago. You're still there just in case. You never know.
Exactly. It's a sit down wee.
And
if it leads to a poo, that's okay too.
You can't. You don't know. Sometimes you don't know. And as you get older, sometimes you don't know when wee's going to stop.
Many a times I've got up from a sit down wee, and then as I'm getting up, more comes out, and it's like, oh,
it's like we're coiled like an hose pipe and it's unkinked or something. Or a blockage in pipe.
Solid nominations there, boys. Good round of Southern Softy.
I don't know if we can even decide on one because I think there's 3 really solid.
I'll say that I like the Katie Price one.
I do. I must admit, I do. And if I don't already got me set on John Terry, that will be second.
Yeah.
Does that mean I've got to decide my own or Miller's?
Well,
no, it's 2 votes for you. So.
Oh right, okay.
2 votes for you.
Can we make a special side nomination as well for Boris Johnson as usual?
Oh yeah, of course.
Can't forget him.
Congratulations, Boris. You've won Southern Softy of the Week runner-up for the 2nd week on the chart.
Even though you were in the list of nominations, because you're just a cunt.
You just a regular Southern Softy.
Oh, hold on, I've got a thing for that. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Congratulations, you won.
That's it.
I'm glad I waited.
Yeah, thanks.
Well worth the wait.
I've got loads of them.
Congratulations.
That's Trump.
I like that one. That's my favourite one. I think that one needs to go in after we announce winner.
I'll say that one.
Yeah.
Rounding off nicely. Sunday afternoon, what's better than a little bit of a clash of the bearded titheads? Which Miller, Carl, are our participants once again this week. So what we at?
Well,
Carl won last
week. Yeah,
you won last week. Congratulations,
Thank
Carl.
you.
All right. So do you want to start us off then with the customary smack talk, stare down, fuck you. Yeah, we did very well last week. I think, Carl, you got about 3 words out in 15 seconds, which is great. But
I don't do smack talk, I'm too nice.
Let's see if we can do 4 this week. Come on then, mate. Your time starts now.
I'm looking at you, big hairy gorilla over there, and I'm going to absolutely mop the floor with you, with that beard and that hair. I'm going to get you upside down, I'm going to mop floor with you. All over the place. Bring it.
Time's up. Perfect timing. That's
we're holding a Burt back so much.
That's one way to talk about a JML mob. So, go on then, Miller. Your time starts now.
No, you're not going to mop floor with me. You haven't got minerals. All you are is a loser who ain't gonna mop floor with me. Alright? I lost it.
Impeccable timing, boys. I tell you, you finished right on 15
I'll tell you
seconds
something. I
ago.
don't like eye contact that happens during that segment. It just doesn't sit right with me.
I like the eye contact.
It's just far too tense for me.
I bank on that. eye contact.
Oh.
It's my favourite thing.
Oh, right then.
Makes it more personal.
Right, question 1. So, as returning champion, Carl, you've got the choice of going first or second on question 1. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
You go first. So, what percentage of the people who started in the 2019 London Marathon completed it? A 91% or 99%?
I'm going to go for 99.
99%.
I'd like to think that like most people would have finished that race.
Were you right?
Well done, Carl.
Okay. I can't find a sound man that just epitomises a correct answer.
We need to get like some sound clips from the pod that something that means like a
I think
right
that's
answer.
fine because it's wrong and that's us. You know, we're not perfect.
Well, you need something completely different for wrong answer then. You need like
I know.
Yeah, the one.
no, but that does symbolise a wrong answer, doesn't it?
I've got one.
Absolutely perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Right. Question 1 for you, Miller.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look here. There are 270 stations on the London Underground. How many of them are south of the River Thames? 29 or 99?
29.
Oh! Congratulations. One apiece, boys. One apiece. Congratulations, boys. This is going well. One each. Carl, question 2 for you. How many dogs are there in the world?
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to give you an exact answer, but it's just a...
Is it an over or under?
Yeah. 120 million or 900 million?
Wow.
There's a big gap between
Yeah.
answers, isn't there?
Mm.
I'm gonna go the lower.
120 million.
Yeah. 900 million seems a lot. I know it's a big world, but
There's billions of people.
There's nearly 6-7 billion people on the planet.
yeah, but like China eats half of them dogs in a day, so
Well, that's a million Chinese eating 500 million
fair play,
500
yeah.
million dogs a day.
quick maths.
So,
I think
Carl,
I'm wrong.
you know what's that coming here?
Fair enough.
You died, mate.
He did.
Miller, question 2 to take the lead. What percentage of fish sold in restaurants, fishmongers and supermarkets in the UK is mislabelled, i.e. sold as one type of fish when it's actually something different? So this is sort of like, done a lot about fish today.
Been a lot of fish.
25% or 55%?
Oh. I mean, to be honest, if I walked into a supermarket or whatever and someone told me that's salmon, I can believe them. So I reckon it's 55%. I think it's quite a lot.
Yeah. What would you say, Carl?
Well, I mislabelled. I got lower because surely when you look at
A
fish,
lot of regulations in this country. Miller, you said 55%.
Dude.
Congratulations.
So sure,
I would have no idea what
yeah,
I
but
know.
like a salmon's a different colour to a piece of cod, isn't it?
It is
Like,
if you're holding
surely-
it suspiciously.
Touché.
Carl, question 2 for you. Question 3 for you. Question 3. What contains more sugar? 100 millilitres of Coca-Cola or 100 millilitres of Red Bull?
Oh.
Oh. Dun,
No, I'm sure like Coke's like. I'm gonna go Coke. Go. Wow, you're doing shit.
Red
this
Bull,
week.
mate, are slightly more, 11 grams per 100 millimetres.
Oh, it's not much, are they?
Coca-Cola, 10.6 grams per 100
Oh,
millimetres.
that's very minimal.
Got all the facts here. Here's one for you, Miller.
Thanks.
To stretch your legs into a 3-1 lead.
Well, if he gets this right, if he won.
How is it out of?
Is it out of 5 or?
Yeah, it's out of 5.
So,
Yeah.
it's for the win.
This is for
It's
win.
not for a win, because there's 2 more after this, isn't there?
Oh, yeah,
Each.
it's 2
You
more.
can still tie.
5 questions, yeah.
Maths isn't my strong suit.
Miller, what percentage of Brits think they could beat a goose in a fight if they were unarmed?
Who's an arm, the goose or the person? You readily see those geese walking around with fucking baseball bats and
It
shit.
doesn't specify,
No.
but
I would presume the person, yeah.
who gets to take part in these surveys?
I don't know, but it's fantastic.
I've
It's the
never
kind
had
of
the
it's the kind of
chance.
survey I want to be asked.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
45% or 78%.
I mean,
Either's
that's
shocking.
both are higher than I thought it would have been.
You'd have to.
Fair enough. So they think they'd be able to beat a goose unarmed. I mean, they're nasty bastards and
So
all,
the fact
aren't
they're
they?
about to skate that he's unarmed.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, because if you walk up to a goose with a gun, you're going to win, aren't you?
Yeah,
So,
but you're unarmed.
But yeah, no, he's saying the fact that you had to state that they were unarmed, I think
Yeah,
is
yeah,
quite
yeah.
important.
Well, I don't
It always
know.
reminds me of do you know the John West tune advert where the bloke was running after the bear? And I'm going to go 48%. I just don't think it can be 78.
48%?
Oh, well, 40 whatever percent it were.
Ooh,
See, I
45%.
would have gone
45.
higher.
Well, you think 78% of people think they can beat a goose up unarmed?
Yeah, because there's a lot of fucking idiots around.
That's a lot of people.
And it's a goose.
And it's,
Yeah, but geese are nasty.
they are
fuckers.
nasty. They are intimidating.
They're not as bad as swans.
If they ran at me, I don't think first thing I think is I'm going to smack it.
I just think it's got a big long neck.
One
That's the first
swift
thing
kick
that
to
I'd
it.
go for.
Yeah.
I'd try and just grab the neck.
Nah, but as soon as that beak goes on you, you go
Stretch
for
my
it.
hand up the neck so I've got control the head. Control the head, control the
Has he
bird.
got a snake?
I like
Has he
the
got a
Clay-
snake here? Or what?
I do
Wanking
like
its
that
fucking neck off.
Clayton's got a fight plan for it against the goose already set out.
Well, you know, we spoke last week about bears and stuff, and, you know, anatomy is important.
Bears and gorillas.
Miller, 45%, you said.
I did.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, mate. You stretched your legs into a 3-1 lead.
Fantabid.
Carl, your
Fourth question.
4th question.
Maths.
Thanks, mate.
Maths.
True or false, this one? True or false? On average, the larger a city, the faster its residents tend to walk. True or false?
I said true.
True.
I thought true.
True, indeed.
I'm just thinking of London.
Yeah,
People are like
people in a rush
People
all
are just
the time.
speed walk for life.
Well, I mean, you have to stay up left side escalator so people can run up the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That were
Yeah.
immediately my thought. Same as
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're right. True. It's largely explained by the fact that people tend to be younger in big cities, and younger people generally walk faster than older people. So,
Well, Carl,
congratulations.
you've kept
Carl.
yourself in it.
Just going back to your question about the geese.
All right. Yeah.
So, 45% of people think they'd win a goose unarmed.
Yeah.
Interestingly, 2% of Brits think they could beat a lion in a fight if they were unarmed.
Interesting fact. Those 2% of people are now dead.
Yeah.
I'd rate want to be involved in these surveys, mate.
Yeah,
They're
same,
great questions.
I want to also know how they play out when they actually call them on it.
Do you ever see like little polls on Twitter and you just click on the wrong answer just because you fucking want to see the world burn? You know what I mean?
Do you know the worst thing about them Twitter polls is when you accidentally click the wrong answer that you wanted, but you can't take your answer back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
change it.
I'd love
So
to,
if someone sees your vote and think, fucking weirdo, what's your vote?
It's a once in a lifetime vote, Miller.
There's no taking
There's
it back.
no turning back.
No gives you backsies.
Yeah, you either remain or leave. Oh, sorry.
No, we
See,
did
I'd
that.
like to meet, you know,
That
these
happened.
2% of people that think they could bite a line and win.
They're dead.
I'd love to meet these people.
They're
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Because
They're
they
dead.
must be like interesting
I reckon
people.
one of them.
The
with that
circus tamers.
I reckon one of them with
Lion
that
tames in
boxer
circus.
in that video that goes fucking, you know. Do you know why people don't swim in the Straits of Johor? It's not because of pirates.
Oh, you mean that? You mean him, that boy? Yeah, the most infamous prisoner in Yorkshire.
Yeah. I mean, all the way around.
I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Seen it all.
These. I don't need to go out there. I've seen it.
Woke
I've been
up in
it.
Bangkok and I had me fucking tea in West Street, Nick.
Passport. Somebody here in Thailand.
Yeah, he's
got everything
brilliant.
I want. Look at it. Everything I want here. You know, give me this council.
Oh, the internet's an absolute.
3-2 then. Miller to seal the deal
For a clean sweep.
for a clean sweep and bring it back to a 1-1. Miller, what is the world record for the most Jenga pieces stacked on a single piece? Is it A, 102, B, 1002?
I'm trying to work out how is it stacked. So is it like literally there's one piece left at the bottom and they're all on top of it, or
One piece.
or is it or are they like stacked vertically on top of each other?
Stacked on a single piece.
And what were the options again?
102, 1002.
It's like it's one of them. 1002 sounds too many, but 102 doesn't sound enough.
Why is it there? Why is it there?
But the real question is, where's the lions?
Like if you did 102, it's impressive, but not as impressive.
You got to think
1001
about
seems
102.
so many, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's probably what makes it like.
At 1,002.
But 102, like I'm guessing that it depends. Like I say, if it's the gridded sort of Jenga tower, not singular blocks stacked up on top of each other.
No, it's like a
Jenga's
Jenga
what?
tower with like the 3 blocks and then.
Yeah, I've got to go with the higher answer because if it's like a proper Jenga tower, it's going to be loads because you can get like 3
It's
back.
a single piece. Like that.
Yeah.
Single piece.
Oh, like that.
Oh, do you
Stacked
mean
on
like
a single piece.
Oh.
So there's a single piece at the bottom. And
I
then
reckon you
stacked
definitely
as a
go.
Jenga.
You could easily go over 102. I think it's got to be 1,002, right?
If it's a single one though.
Single piece.
It's
at
not
the
like a
bottom.
normal Jenga bit where it's like 3.
Yeah, so you got 3. Obviously,
And the
you got Jenga in
crisscross.
3s, haven't you?
Yeah.
Overlap
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
This one is just a single piece.
And they're like
See,
crisscross.
that's different. I think.
I think the highest one.
1,002.
Yeah.
Miller, 1,002.
Impressive.
Congratulations, Miller. You win this week's fucking
Clash of the bearded.
Clash of the
Tit
Bearded
Heads.
Tit Heads. Carl. Unlucky.
I'd like to know what his forfeit is.
Forfeit this week, Carl.
What were forfeit last week?
I had
Can
to
you remind us?
scream, row, 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 you boat.
Yeah, you had to do row boat in the screamer. Forfeit this week is to.
Oh, for God's sake.
Let's see if you. I don't know if you'll do this, but let's see. To prank call a business of the victor's choosing
Oh, I can't do
and
that.
ask the person who answers the phone whether they smoke or not.
It only has to be like a local takeaway. Something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll 141 it.
Oh, I ain't got heart to do that.
We'll 141
I
it.
ain't got heart to do
That's
that.
when they answer the phone, just go.
You can't be a local takeaway because Carl knows them all
I know.
personally.
I'll 141 it, mate.
As soon as they answer the phone, like, alright, Carl, how you doing?
Now if you do it on someone else's phone,
141 it, we found
they
it.
won't know his phone.
Yeah,
And you like, put like an Eastern European voice or something on.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, though. I'm not that kind of guy.
Business, Miller. Think of a business. Who's he going to ring?
Oh.
Somewhere that's open on a Sunday.
KFC at Drake House.
Quarter to 3.
KFC at Drake House.
I'm right not that guy.
Oh,
Oh, God. Do I
Let's
get
see.
to hang up straight away?
Just said, do you smoke?
And then hang up?
Once they've. There is a number for KFC.
Oh, don't. I can't. I don't. I don't think I can do it.
I didn't think there'd be a number for KFC at Drake.
Oh, I don't
but there
think I
is,
can do
and
it.
it's done at 1-4 as well.
Yeah, like where I work, there's a KFC up road, and because there's a lot of us, if we have like a big order, we ring up to get it so that we don't order it through drive-through window.
Really?
I've got sweaty palms.
Oh, Bill.
Oh, I don't like this.
Hold on. I'm going to have to put it on speaker, aren't I?
Oh, don't. Oh. Oh, I'm sweating.
Just do you smoke?
It's Drake House.
Hello, do you smoke?
Do I smoke?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, thank you.
What a guy. What a guy.
At least he answered.
Oh,
He didn't
that's
smoke,
so
though.
much worse than what, like, in my head I built that up to be like so much worse. Oh, I'm sweating. I hate shit like that so much. That just, oh.
Fair play, Carl. Fair play.
You
You
did it though,
did
mate.
that through you.
Peer pressure, like, but you did it.
Oh, he was fairly cool about that, to be fair.
You were a sound one.
Yeah, we got good guy. Good guy.
Thanks,
Talk to him again.
Don't spit in the food next time, please.
It's all right now. 141 deal.
Oh, well, that's been fantastic, gents.
Lovely.
Lovely to end on a high note.
Lovely to see thee and all.
We've had kettle on. We've put feet up. I think it's now time to go and have some tea.
It is.
See you later.
See you later.
This could be Halifax or Everbear.
Rotherham or Tarn.
So go and put kettle on
And sit this end down.